What is a good YouTube? Butterboy here, back again once again. Um, Today I'm gonna tell you guys a story, maybe two stories. Um, the first story, or maybe the last, I don't know. Um, I'm gonna tell you is when I took a dump under my teacher's desk. So let's just jump into it. This happened in like elementary school and like kindergarten, first grade, around there. We had a really mean teacher. Um, and one of the things she would do to us was that she would give us like a bunch of snacks, like juices, pretzels, whatever. And when we go up and ask her to go to the bathroom, she said, no, we can't go to the bathroom. And she would never ever let us use the bathroom because it's wasting knowledge. Um, and like, I gotta say, like, if you gotta go, just go to the bathroom. No matter like what you're doing, it's just nature's calling. It like needs your attention. um, but anyways, so one day I was loaded up. I look skinny, but I eat a lot. So when I was younger, I was just mowing on like some flipping pretzels or whatever. And the principal, he came by or whatever. He's all like, hey, I need you to talk to you, Miss. Let's call her Crabapple. Miss Crabapple, I need to talk to you. So she leaves the room and like everybody's doing their work, whatever. And I had to go to the bathroom. So what I decided to do was that I went to her desk. I was sitting up front. I went to her desk and I got under her desk and I pulled my pants down and just took a massive dump under her chair. And well, not under her chair, but like under her desk. And as I was done, I walked back and I sat in the chair. I sat back in my chair. And then another kid stands up. She went over to the desk and did the same thing, I think. And she was done. And then a few other kids went and did it. And they came back and it smelled really bad in the room. And she came back in the room and she sat down and she couldn't, like, she just didn't know what she was smelling. She couldn't figure out what it was. And she didn't see any of it. I don't know how, but she just didn't see the massive craps under her desk. Um, and so the next day we tried to go to school, or I tried to, and the school shut down. And apparently the school thought like a dead raccoon or something crawled into the vent and died. So basically, me and my classmates, we went to the bathroom at our teacher's desk and she had no idea. um I'm gonna tell you another story of last night. I had a nightmare. So if I remember correctly, I'm sorry if I like stopped the video for a second and remember, but let's go into it. In my dream, I was like something I can't remember this, like something or somebody asked me to watch this kid, and I said okay, and I don't remember what happened after that, but I was like sorry. But like I was all of a sudden I was like in this room that had like cages on the wall, but in front of me it was just a hallway, and there was I was sitting in a stool, and I remember walking forward. It was kind of like it was kind of dark too. I was in this house, and this kid was there, and I for some reason this kid was evil. He was like a demon or something. So it kept like chasing after me, and it knew where I was. Kind of, it was kind of like a video game, you know. Um, and I had to find these like items to escape or whatever. And so I'm running around this house finding these items, and the apparently the safe room was where I was in the cage, but I could see the guy, I could see the kid I'm watching out of the cage. That's right there. And so I'd grab like a piece and I'll run by him, and he's chasing after me. And I close the door and I'm just watching this kid walk around while I'm in this like cage thing kind of. There's been a few close calls of it. I just wanted to go home. I wanted to like sleep and all that. So I as I'm like gathering these pieces, like Freddy Krueger, the person from Elm Street that haunts people's nightmares. And if you die in the dream, you die in real life, comes into my dream and he like starts helping the kid I'm helping. And this kid is like crawling on like fucking walls, like ceiling and everything. And I'm running around and I'm scared for my life. And I get in my little cage room area and I'm sitting there because the kid followed me. And Freddy Krueger comes by and he had, you know, the little sights on his hand. He like sticks his like fingers through the thing. He tries to catch me and stuff. And he sees me, but the kid doesn't. And Freddy Krueger is like sitting there with me, trying to get me. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Freddy Krueger's trying to get me and all this. And like, I remember the kid coming to my door and he knocks on it and the thing opens. And like I look at the door and I look at Freddy Krueger and he has this big scary grin on his face just looking at me, and I look at back at the door and I book it out to the room, to this next room, because like you walk straight and you take a little left and you walk straight again into this other room. And it was like from Five Nights at Freddy's 4, that kid's room, that was the room. And I ran in there and I closed the door and I lock it and I'm in there, and the kid like opens the door and Freddy Krueger's gone. He doesn't come in, but this kid is like crawling around trying to get me. I'm sorry for yelling. I don't know why. But like this kid is coming around trying to get me. I'm jumping bed to bed like walls and shit, whatever. And I finally ran out the room and I got the last piece. And I remember like waking up, and then I had that nightmare. It was like 4 a.m. when I woke up this morning, and I went back to bed. I tried to not think about it, and I tried to listen to something very happy to keep my mind off of like watching scary stuff. But then I went to this dream where I think at my girlfriend's dad's house or something. And this house is like haunted. And I'm in the like kitchen living room area, and I'm trying to sleep. I have my like headphones and like my phones and everything. I'm sitting there and like I sorry. And like I'm laying down in this room with my headphones and my phone, right? And like this ghost child keeps fucking with me by like throwing shit at me and like running. Like I'm laying down, I'm on my phone watching YouTube, and I see this like girl running past me, and I look and she's gone, and it's just messing with me. And so there's like 2 other rooms, and I go into my girlfriend's dad's room, whatever. I'm like, hey, this is ghost that's fucking with me, and I need your help to like, what's it called? I need your help by getting rid of it. And he's all like, oh, I can't get rid of it, but you can sleep in my room. And his bed is elevated, and there's like nothing I could do besides sleep on the ground. So I'm sitting on the ground, and this little girl's like in the doorway fucking screaming at me, and I'm trying to wake up my girlfriend's dad, and he's not waking up. And so like there's been a few times when I'm laying there and like I see a fucking hand grab me, and I'm scared, and I like swat her away, and she bites my toes and shit. And like I remember like walking into the room, and she touches my girlfriend's dad's head or whatever and possesses him, and he looks at me and he's screaming at me and telling me to like I'm gonna like die, and I'm never gonna wake up from this nightmare or whatever. And the ghost girl unpossesses him, and she just walks off. And there's a lot of ketchup on her footprints walking off as she's walking. And I finally wake up the dad. I'm like, hey, can we go into the room or whatever? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever makes you feel better. And there's a bunch of crosses in that room. So I'm gathering my things, and he's sitting there laying watching TV, whatever. And I'm freaking out because I don't want to go back out into the living room and his bedroom because the ghost goes there. She's trying to get me, and I keep dropping shit. I keep forgetting stuff, and I'm just freaking out. As I'm going out into the living room to grab like a few things I dropped, the fucking ghost chick like tries to tackle me, and she goes right through me, and I'm shook, and I wake up. Um, that's about it. That's what happened in my dream. I didn't really go back to bed after that. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So if you enjoyed the video, um, give me a like or whatever. I've seen people watch my videos for like a second or whatever, but they're not really watching them. And they're not leaving a like or subscribing. That's fine, I guess. But anyways, I don't have an outro, so bye.